Have you seen these easy animations on TikTok or Instagram?
One that builds your mind,
Well, they're super aesthetic and so trendy. But in today's video, I will recreate this animation. So make sure to watch the whole video because I will be showing some crucial steps that will guarantee level up your editing. Okay, so the first step is just creating a simple 1080 by 1920 composition. This is going to be what we can use for Instagram and TikTok. Then we're just going to be selecting this rectangle tool and just be creating a simple square. This will actually turn into a circle in a second, but first let's just choose the fill color and then go down to the settings and find the roundness. Then you just want to crank that up to the maximum, which is going to be about 230 for me, and then I'm just adjusting the size because we want the ball to be about 90 to 80 because this is perfect for our animation. Then let's create another rectangle because this will be our box, and then we're going to do the same, but we're going to be taking off the fill and then putting on the stroke. So just turn off that fill and put on stroke. I like to keep it pretty thin line, so I'm going to be having it on about 3. Just like that. That is perfect. After I'm done with that, I'm going to go into the settings and just readjust it because I need it to be a bit bigger. And then we're going to be adding the glow. First of all, I'm adding it to the ball. I'm just going to speed up this part a bit because I'm playing around with the settings. But you can just copy me if you want to do the exact same that I'm doing. But I want to sort of replicate the deep glow After Effects plugin, but with just using this free glow tool. So that is why I'm just, playing around with these settings and trying to find something that looks like the real thing. Then I'm adding the glow effect on the box as well. We just want it to be sort of like an inner glow, so just have a tiny tad of that to create some, some realistic light. And these are the settings that I ended up going with, as you guys can see now in the left corner. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the glows on both of the box and the circle, so I think we can move on to the animation. Right. So how will we do this animation? So first of all, just type your text. That is pretty individual. You can use whatever your font you want to do. But for the animation, right, we're gonna be using something that is called just the usual transform tools. So I'm just going to be pressing P here on my shape layer 1, and that is going to pop up the settings that we need to be using here. So then I just create a keyframe for the position. This will be our starting position. Then I'm just going some second forwards, and then I'm just going to be dragging it to each and every corner, as you guys can see I'm doing right now. And you have to be a bit precise here because it's important that that it doesn't go outside of the box. But it is pretty easy to do this, and it's just to create that movement. These keyframes will not look that smooth, but we will do some adjusting so it will look realistic. What you can do to even up the level on this is that you can add some sort of transform and add some motion blur. But what I'm doing now is I'm just placing the keyframes, to have some spacing between them so it doesn't happen so fast. We need this to be sort of long and smooth because our animation will be about 5 seconds. So as you guys can see now, this is better pacing, but we need to do something with the keyframes. Right, so what I'm doing now is that I'm copying the first keyframe to the last one, so we get the standard position. Then I'm going into the keyframe assistance and choosing the easy ease. As you guys can see now, it starts in the same position and ends in the same position, and it looks pretty smooth. I'm pretty happy with that movement, so I'm not going to do too much more about that. But I'm going to be doing something else, and that is go to layer, transform, and put the center anchor point in layer content. And this will basically just do that when we start, animating with the scale, it will just go directly upwards. As you guys can see, I have done some cutting here, because for this part, I just want it to be on separate sort of layers. So what I'm starting with here, just creating a scale for my circle, and then I want my box to scale down. So I'm just doing the opposite here. Then I'm choosing the easy ease on both of my keyframes, just like that. And that looks pretty good. Then I'm also going to be adding the turbulent displays on top of our box layer, because this is what creates this, this fun looking, mysterious look. So just place that on top of your box. But we need to do some adjusting here with the settings. We're gonna be playing around with the amount, because this needs to, you know, transition in smoothly. Because if you guys see now, this doesn't look very smooth, right? It just really jumps in way too fast. So how we do this is that we just keyframe the amount, right? And then we just start it at 0. It is pretty simple, just like that. Then you go some frames forward, and then you just crank it up to whatever you want to do. But in my case, you know, I like to have a stop with like 50, and then you go up to something higher, or you can go to 0, then 20, then 50. But that is individual, as I said. So I'm just spacing this one out a bit as well, so we can get something that looks like this. And I think that looks really cool. It's almost like it's crunching inside. It's like, yeah, it's like a paper almost. Do the same again, put on easy ease to get a smoother animation. That is pretty much the animation on how we get it to crunch in like the paper. And now what we will do is that we will actually just drag in a picture of money, and then just place that in the center of this circle that we have. And we're going to be doing some simple opacity keyframing in, but first of all we're going to be dragging the tint on top of the picture, and then just having this on the basic settings, because this will do that we have, you know, this gray looking style. But then I'm creating a keyframe on the opacity. You can actually see here that it actually gets dragged all the way at the back of our layer. So I just need to drag this to where I want it to start, put that on 0, go some frames forward, and then putting it back to 100, just like that. Then you want to just add something that I like to do, and that is like a blinker effect. It's actually called opacity flicker or opacity flash. I'm going to be using that one. And what this does is that it just creates this flashing effect, if I zoom in now, which I just think, you know, creates some cool looking effect, you know. I really like that. And now what we will do is that we will just scale this up. This will be sort of, so create a position on the last keyframe when you want it to scale up. So just do it on the circle, right? Just a simple scale keyframe. And then you just want that to fill out the entire frame, because that will sort of be our outro. I'm just dragging this shape layer to the top, because this will be when it sort of just goes crazy and goes full frame. But this does not look very good. I want it to be sort of like a liquid effect, so I'm going to be using the turbulent displace, and then just play around with the amount once again. So as you guys can see now, that looks almost like a liquid transition, but playing around with the amount creates, you know, some variety, which I think is cool. As you guys can see now, it looks more like a blob, which I think is something that I really like. So I'm just playing around with the amount. This has been Jonus Tech, and I suggest you guys to subscribe, and then also type in the comments what you guys want to see, because I'm open to be creating a lot of these, you know, tutorials on editing or whatever you guys want. To end it off, I just add the hand-drawn effect on the blob when it goes out, when it scales out, because I think that really just makes it more raw. So this has been Jonus Tech, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Leave a like and a comment, and then I will see you in the next video. So yeah.